Hi, this is Snaily Snail. So today I thought I'd show you what a workday looked like. This is not my usual workday. Usually I am behind a computer putting out fires, emailing everyone, reminding them to do stuff. But on this particular day, I was at a convention and I thought I'd just show you around, and I thought it'd be nice to see. Whale is still sleeping. We got home at, I want to say like 9 or 10 last night. I woke up at around like 2:30. Then I went to work out around like 4. So this is me after the gym. I think I'm just gonna wear all black and throw a blazer on today because yesterday I had lots of thigh burn. There are lots of stairs, so it's actually really hard to walk around if you're wearing a pencil skirt. So I was like, screw it, I'm just wearing pants. So this is me probably being like super groggy at like 4, slapped on some makeup. Right, I'm just waiting for my ride now. Usually the morning rides are really chill. No one wants to talk to you in the morning. That's just me hanging out in the back seat. So at the convention, there's usually a hall where you can meet up. But because I spoke to everyone the day before, I didn't really want to come in early to talk to anyone. So I just like made it in time for the first session. The sessions are usually like in a classroom setting and you go in, you learn about a very specific topic. And this one was about bank fraud. One thing they did share was that you really have to look after your company emails because through the emails, they can install malware. So even if it's not the CEO or CFO that they're going after, it could be an associate or analyst who clicks on a link and then they can see the whole tree, like the organizational tree. And through that, they were able to send the CEO or CFO some like $92,000 invoice and they got away with it. If you're in the US, one thing to check out is truepeoplesearch.com and just, search up yourself. If you're on there, I would really recommend you removing your profile. On my way to the next session, this lady next door stops me and kind of like pulls me into her session. It was just a very general overview on emerging technologies, RPAs, APIs, and just how they work. A week or two before the convention, a company or organization reached out to me and was like, hey, would you like to go to a lunch? And I was like, yes. I love lunch. I love free food. They put me on their little party bus and then we had a really, really long lunch. I ate all the appetizers. I ordered some crab cakes. They were pretty good. I don't know, a little mushy. I don't, like, is that what crab cakes are supposed to taste like? I ordered the filet mignon. It's like this 8 ounces. Kind of tasted like watered down steak. The texture was right. Like it's really soft and stuff, but just didn't taste good. Had some truffle fries and then dessert. I had tiramisu. I had some chocolate ganache cake and a carrot cake. That lunch lasted about 3 hours because there are just so many people and it takes a really long time to prepare that much food. So by the time I got back to the convention, it was just in time for the last session. The last session was about how companies are starting to hoard money now. Honestly, I don't know. It was a lot of doom and gloom in that last session. This was also a day when stocks were all red. So after that session, usually you can have drinks, but they started tearing down the convention already. And after the happy hour, that's when you get invited to other networking events. So while I was waiting for my ride share, I hear a psst, psst. So I look up and there's this guy that I remember from the night before, and he just knows me for eating a lot of food. Another guy came up to me and was like, hey, were you the girl who gave the crypto talk? And I was like, no. What are you talking about? And he's like, I swear you look exactly like her. And I was like, I don't think so because there was no one else who looked exactly like me at the convention. Yeah, I told my boss and he was like, that is so racist. Someone else said that I did look like the cryptocurrency girl, but he's also blind. Like he doesn't wear his contacts even though he really should. So people just suck. If you cannot see the individual leaves on a tree, please get your eyes checked. You should be able to see individual leaves. So this guy invites me to a party that starts at like 10 p.m. I was like, yeah, I'll be there. I usually go home right afterwards because there are multiple networking sessions. They're all in different places and you have to like get around the city yourself. And also, I don't want to go to these networking sessions alone. It's so scary when you enter a room and you don't know anyone and you just have to like awkwardly mingle with everyone and you ask the same questions like, what do you do? What do you do? So I usually bring the whale. I get back home. The whale is usually already dressed. So the first networking event is at a stadium. We walked in, we sat down, we got food, but it was bad. We already arrived late because of me going back home and getting ready with someone else, waiting for another ride share. The speaker was at the end of his speech, but then someone in the audience decided, hey, I have a question. Can this be a Q&A? But it ended up turning into like an hour long Q&A after that, and no one got food. It was like way too awkward to like move around. And so the whale and I were really glad that we literally went in and went out. It was not for us. Then the second networking event, this one was at a hotel. The view was pretty nice. The food was not good. It was also the same organization that brought me to lunch, so I don't want to badmouth them, but I don't know. Something about them like attracts the kind of people that I don't really like. So we finish up at the hotel, and because we're also like in there in and out again, we have a lot of time to kill before 9-10 p.m., which is when this party is starting. And I am so stuffed at this point. So Whale and I, we decided to just walk around, kill time before the last event. We're just walking around a lot. We get to the event. We are definitely way too early. So we help ourselves to some food. There's no one there yet. We don't know anyone. And they also don't know us. So great start. Eventually, there are a lot more people. We actually talk to people at this event. I promise. We're not that bad at socializing. There are a lot of old people who can really hang. I'm talking about like 60, 70, 80-year-old people. They can party. I heard from my manager that they were out until 4 a.m. I think the whale and I, we decided like it was time to go at like 1 because honestly, the party was supposed to end at 12. We had a terrible driver for the rideshare. He turned left on a right lane. It was like all the driving rules just went out the window. But in his defense, the directions did keep changing on his phone. I feel like we also may be part of the problem with rideshare. We gave him a 5 because we were like, you know what? We arrived back home in one piece. That's good enough, right? I have honestly never had a driver that was that bad. So yeah, that was a day with me at work. I think I'm still recovering, so I am just like taking it easy this weekend. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I guess I can put cryptocurrency on my resume now.